This is going to be a video talking about a few different topics that I think are semi-related, maybe not super related, but one is a topic that I've been talking about kind of a lot recently. It's just a topic that seems to be really big right now, and that's narcissism, narcissistic abuse, and specifically people acknowledging that it's demonic, that narcissists seem to be demonic. And I mean, in my life, I think of the examples of biggest narcissists that I know, and it certainly feels demonic. I mean, these people have eyes that look like dead shark eyes, and that's just the beginning. Anyways, this is an interesting topic. If you've watched all my videos for years and years, maybe you remember I would talk about this every once in a while, how some baphos, especially the ones that seem to be deeper into the occult part, baphos that have like missing fingers and like single eyes that look blinded, many times they're very photosensitive. And I think I had some video called like nocturnal photosensitive vampires or something like that, talking about how a lot of these people are very photosensitive and like running into objects all the time, and they'll have one eye that looks possibly blinded or whatever. So one thing I think is interesting is how often tales about vampires and things like that apply to the satanic people that really do exist. And it's one of those situations where reality is fantasy. What people think is real, stuff like outer space balls, is totally made up. And what people think of as fantasy, like vampires and giants, those are real things. And unicorns, for another example of something that today people think is fantastical, but what the heck is so fantastical about a horse-like creature with a horn? And the Bible talks about them plainly as if they exist. I don't see why they couldn't have existed in the past. Anyways, to the point. I've noticed a lot of narcissist channels talk about this, the no sleeping, or maybe not no sleeping, but the inability to relax seems huge in narcissists. That they have a complete inability to just relax and enjoy life. And I don't think that this is the case for every single one. I think some narcissists are better at putting on a mask of being a cool, chill, laid-back person. That's more covert, I believe, than just the full-blown narcissists that are easier to spot. I think that the more covert ones can put on masks of chilling, but they're not actually chilling. But you'll probably know people in your life that just cannot relax. Narcissists will weaponize this against people and call you lazy or like you do nothing just because you understand that life should have relaxation as a part of it. And this is like the main reason I wanted to make this video, is to drive home this point. When God made this place, he thought resting was so important that he spent an entire day resting and looking on his work and seeing that it was good. And he gave us the gift of the Sabbath. Something that I think that people don't really appreciate. Maybe they do, but I didn't used to. Who knows? I don't think people really appreciate the depth of the theology of the Christian, of the truth, and that these are really deep. Like the idea of a Sabbath, that's really deep. That when God made this place, he took an entire day to rest, and that he gave that as a gift to us to do that as well. And so the total opposite energy of understanding the Sabbath, being able to rest, look upon your works, see that it's good, to give praises to God. If you're working, you don't ever have time to appreciate things and to give thanks. You're always looking for that next thing. Many narcissists, it's like life is a game to them, and they just want to get the biggest numbers in their bank account as possible. And like, that's the extent of life for them. And so their whole life is in a pursuit of that thing. How could you possibly live a fulfilling life like that? You may as well be a robot. And I mean, that's what it seems like these people are. It's like, do you even know what you are? Is there any amount of humanity back there, or are you just running on programming? Because they seem to lack a certain amount of humanity. But I think that's possibly where the demonic component comes in. So to put those ideas into something more tangible, it is God rested, and it was good, and it was really important, and he gave us that gift of the Sabbath. So God appreciates the ability to rest. And so people who have zero ability to rest, it makes sense to me that that would be some sort of demonic energy, and in the opposition to God knows that resting is a good thing. So if there's some sort of energy force out there that is blocking people from resting, or making them think that resting is a bad thing, or they're unable to do it, I think that could be a demonic force behind that, because it seems the antithesis to the Sabbath. And so I just wanted to put that out there. I haven't really heard many narc people bring up the Sabbath, and I think it's important that it's like a contrasting energy to the way narcissists can never relax. God knows how to relax and finds it important. I think that's it. There were multiple narc channels talking about this. Why can narcissists not relax? They can't sit still. The most overt narcissist in my life, yeah, it's obvious that they can never relax. And yeah, I just find that connection between, it's godly to be able to relax every once in a while. And I mean, 1 day out of 7, you're not slothful, but demonic energy totally erases some people's ability to relax at all. And I don't know exactly what's going on there. Maybe they're just, relaxation forces some sort of self-reflection, which narcissists seem totally unable to self-reflect. So it's probably just too painful for them to relax, because then their mind starts going places. And so, and maybe it's demons trying to protect themselves by giving off that energy that, hey, you can never relax, you got to go, because they don't want that person to be able to self-reflect and see those demons. Oh, the other minor points, I don't want this to be a long video, so some other points that I want to talk about. I talked about the Sabbath, but I think that this goes into too with time moving more quickly today. I always want to make videos about time moving more quickly. It's hard. I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like part of me just wants to give advice. Here's my advice for the undeniable fact that time is moving more quickly than it used to, or maybe more correctly, the day-night cycle is way shorter than it used to be. In the 90s, oh man, those days were lazy, beautiful days. You could get so much done and take a nap. So my advice for people today, time is moving more quickly. I believe that God is sending us a message with this, but I think it's always been planned like this. Jesus Christ himself told us that the days would be shortened, and it's part of energy being poured into the system, and we're zooming forward till the end. And big firework finale at the end. And so yeah, it's hard though. It's really, really hard. And so my advice is to try to only do one thing every day. That's what I try to have one big plan for the day. And that is it. There is not enough time in the world anymore to do 2 big things in a day. If you do, that's it. I mean, if you have 2 big plans for the day, that's going to be hard. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. It's funny because family will come over and they'll be like, oh, we should go do this. We should go do this. We should go do this. And I'm like, no, pick one of those things that you just mentioned. Pick one. Let's try to go do that. Long gone are the days of being able to do everything and see everything. unless you literally have like a year to do that. But I also feel like the part of the reason that time is moving more quickly is, and it has to go with this narcissistic energy too, I don't think that it's livable anymore. That's why I have that rule for myself. Pick one thing every day and drop almost all of your expectations. Drop them very low, because there's not the same amount of time anymore. And I think that only this demonic go 24/7 every moment of your life energy is going to be able to keep living life the way that they used to live life. I'm just basing this off of people that I know, where it's like their kids are in 3 different sports and another. I don't think you can live life like that anymore. Pick one and try to enjoy life, or you're going to grind yourself to dust before this finishes. That's it. I don't have all the time in the world today, so I gotta go. I love you all, and God bless everyone. And I know I haven't been responding to that many comments, but I'll read them and maybe I'll respond soon. I don't know. It's been busy. Like I said, lower your expectations and spend time to rest and enjoy life and be with God. That's something I need to work on so much. The days just fly by. I lay in bed at night and I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like, I didn't spend that much time with you today, God. I feel like that. Like, I just forgot about you today, God, because everything was zooming by. And so that's something that I can work on. God bless everyone.